Hello there, Lynx here, and welcome to Monochrome Valentine, which was made actually this year for the Valentine's VN Game Jam. Nice. Anyway, the game's on itch.io, link in the description. But that aside, let's check it out. Also, it's a little different, kind of mobile-like looking when it comes to the window. Oh. The alarm went off early again, as you can see here. It's been doing that a lot more frequently. I'd fix it, but I just can't summon up the will to do so. That alarm signals that it's Friday. For, to be honest, I've grown to dislike the sounds of my day-specific alarms. Oh. That sounds like not a terrible idea. Having a different alarm for each day? Maybe that would work. I need to test it. I can't remember if I'd selected those sounds because they seemed fine at the time or if I just didn't care enough to give it much thought. I knew that I'd eventually grow to dislike this sound, but I didn't think it would be this quick. Yeah, it happens instantly. Autopilot engaged. Perhaps this was a form of conditioning. I hear the sound, I get ready for work. Alright. I don't work there anymore. The autopilot was ingrained in my mind that I already gotten ready without realizing that I had already quit my job and didn't need to go. That being said, staying here any longer wasn't an option either. Come on. I needed to go. That one desire was overpowering my other senses. I should stay, talk it out, scream, do something, don't let it go. All these thoughts, which was once a cacophony of madness, now silent as still water. And the only thought left standing was that this story had run its course. I am sorry. Chapter 1, Encounter. It's like I'm a marionette guided by invisible strings to my destination. What am I even doing here? I thought it would hurt less. Thought that I would be fine after a while. When it happened, it didn't feel real. Like a phantom wound. I thought I was fine, but like a slowly festering wound. It kept growing until I just lost control of my actions. I don't know on what level I'm operating right now. Is it logic, emotions, some other driving force? I don't know. I don't really know anything anymore. If in my hand a memento from the past 2 years. A month ago this would have sparked joy, made me feel like she was with me even when we were too busy to hang out. But now I feel angry, sad, empty. How did things get like this? Throw it. Get rid of it. It was as if a voice spoke directly into my ear, and my body reacted to its siren call. I reared back, my hand memento tightly grasped, and... Would this hurt her? Would she feel sad that I threw this away? Would she even care? Is this what I want? I hesitated. To an outside observer, I must have looked insane. I probably looked insane, yeah. Miming a throwing motion, wrestling with myself about whether to get rid of something that was once so precious to me. On one side, I thought that things should return to normal. We'd had our fights before, we've even had moments where it looked like we were going to split up for good, but we always found our way back to each other. Oh, she's cute. I can't do this anymore. Not this time, Fo. I feel as though you were never truly with me. When we're together, like you're only here because you feel like you have to, not because you want to. On the other side of my mind was just raw emotion. Irrational impulses compelled me to do this. And for a long time, I've blamed myself. Thought that I wasn't being good enough for you. But the truth is, we're just not right for each other. And I don't think you'll ever be the person I want
you'd be.
I mean, that's kinda unfair for him to change, right? My hands tightened around the memento's edges, as my rationality gave way to despair.
I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore.
Just a brief moment. It just took a brief moment for my arm to swing forth and my fingers to loosen their grip for it to go flying out of my head as a yell of frustration rang out. Time seemed slow as I watched the memento veer away, of course, from where I intended, soaring off to the side over the bridge, and realized too late that doing this didn't feel right. Regret. That's what I was feeling now. But it was too late. It was gone now, for I could not see it for myself. I heard a splash as the memento hit the water just beyond the bridge. Weird. It sounded heavier than I imagined. For a brief moment, a part of me wanted to dive into the lake and search for it. Do it. But that was a pain. It's already gone. It's too late. There is no way I could ever get it back. It would be waste of effort. Get a diving suit and go. I turn around, not knowing where I'll go now. But suddenly feeling tired, I think to look around for the motel. Something. Hey, you with the stupid face! I turned to see the owner of the voice being a girl. Seems about my age. She didn't seem too happy for some reason. In her hand I see... a memento.
Wait right there, I'll come to you!
The girl jogged her way over to me and stared as if trying to get a read on the kind of person I was. Also cute. At least that's what I think she was doing.
So, do you always just throw random objects at people, huh?
What? Sorry. You're not hurt, are you?
We? Who? Me? Nah! Believe it or not, I'm much more durable than I look.
Yeah. I muster weak smiles, my eyes rest upon the memento in my hand. Yes. My eyes are resting on that memento. I just got this back feeling regret for getting rid of it, and I already want to repeat the same actions as if it will somehow make me feel better. What's wrong with...
Oh, little bug! You in there?
Huh? Why are you blushing?
It's pretty rude to stare so blatantly, you know.
Hey, wait, no! I swear! Suddenly she breaks out into a laugh.
It's fine, I'm just messing with you, jokes aside.
Her mood, tone, and body language completely shifted. From the kind of cool girl you'll be hanging out with in class to a girl who is probing you for information.
What's your deal, huh? Something bothering you? Is that why you've been throwing stuff at an innocent girl who's just taking a down stroll and resting on a bridge?
Something about her tone didn't sound right, like there was another reason she was out here. If this were a game, I'd press her for info. And yet, somehow, I feel like I wouldn't be able to get a straight answer out of her. We are strangers, after all, so I'll just drop the subject.
It's a long story. That's all. Maybe you wanna talk about it. Sometimes airing things out with sympathetic ear can make people feel better.
What she said wasn't wrong. I know that talking about it could make me feel better, yet still. I looked away as if talking about it would be a shameful act. That I should just suffer in silence and not burden this stranger with my problems.
Wait here, right
Sorry.
Wait right...
Wait. Oh, wait, right here, okay.
Wait right here a second.
After walking up to the vending machine and making a quick purchase, she returns with her hands held firmly behind her back.
Here.
Helios Zenith. From behind her back, she produced a canned drink. It was my favorite, but I appreciate the gesture nonetheless. I don't even know what it might be. Like, you know, supposedly the real thing. Maybe it's the real thing.
You know, when people drink things, sometimes they find difficult to hear things. Like when someone
Actually, my friend can't both walk and drink for some reason. He needs to stop his pace completely to a standstill and then he can drink. It's crazy. Anyway.
Like when someone wants to talk about something bothering them, wouldn't it be convenient if someone could talk about their problems without worrying if someone could hear and judge them?
Yeah. Isn't that supposed to... Food? Like, you can't hear someone over the crunch of...
What's that? Can't hear while I'm drinking?
No, I hope she's not making the sounds. Oh. Rather than look at her, I instead choose to focus on the lake. I know maybe I should try to pretend like she's not here. Maybe I would feel a little better. Not like I had anything to lose. I let out a long, drawn-out sigh. For just a brief moment, I thought I saw her again. I was back in that hallway. I was so close to someone for a long time. I could see her again. The first day we met, she strode into our dingy basement office with the manager. Wait, manager? You mean you dated someone you worked with? That's dangerous, I would say. She seemed so out of place. She wore a nicely tailored suit, carried a briefcase, had this sort of air about her that made me think that this was a girl who would be more natural commanding departments rather than working alongside one. She seemed so far out of my league, so I never considered that we'd be anything more than co-workers. We used to work in it together. I remember she told me that she had been demoted as part of a retaliatory efforts by the company due to, as she put it,
Machiavellian-esque bullshit.
It was like I was hearing her voice again. I wish I could say that we had a stereotypical romantic confession, but to be honest, we were just doing routine system maintenance when she asked.
Yes, I am considering this to be a date.
Huh?
For I'd also like it if we just took a nice walk after work. I know how I look to others, but I don't need pensive dinner as fresh gifts. I'd much rather spend time with someone like you than anyone else in the company.
Dude, how did you manage to let her go? I guess it sounds pretty boring, but it's the truth. She asked me, and we started dating before I really knew what was going on. In retrospect, basically. Maybe I shouldn't... actually, I should have made a break after going on, yeah. In retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have let things get that far. Maybe I should have been a better partner. Yeah, you should have, man. I don't know what you did wrong, but... I mean, I know because we got this mentioned, but... yeah. I looked down the gift in my hands, and it was like I was seeing it again, for the first time. The day she got me this, we were walking back from the work, thinking about where we were gonna go for the weekend. It was a simple routine, one we'd played out several times, autopilot engaged. But on this day, she went off the beaten path. She led us off to the side, and pulled out a small box from her purse.
Here, I know I'm not the easiest person to be with, but I really do appreciate your company. So I hate this made for you. Don't read too much into it. It's just, I wanted to show you that I really care about you.
It didn't hit me first what this gift meant. Look at this. It's a ring from one of my favorite game franchises that houses a thumb drive. It's thoughtful, practical, and romantic. She really went out of her way to give me this to me, and what it did, I give her instead. Yeah, if you get me a freaking necklace from a game I like, or an anime I like, I'm done. Also, I haven't watched Fairy Tales, okay? I have not watched Fairy Tale yet, but I like this logo. I don't know why, but I like it. Anyway, a few days later, I repaid the gift. She'd put a lot of thought and effort into giving me with a box of rare chocolates from a fancy confectionery a few blocks down from our apartment. Something I thought girls would like, something I thought she would like.
Oh, they seem pretty expensive. Thank you for this gift.
Okay. Girls, first of all, I mean, I hope the girls watching this don't think that way, but don't think about the worth of the gift, okay? It's the thought that counts. And we are also thinking like that, okay? We don't need anything expensive. It's the thought that counts. Anyway.
I really appreciate it.
That's what she said at the time, but it wasn't the reaction expected. I didn't question it at the time. Didn't want to... Couldn't see the writing on the wall. Maybe if I had taken just a moment to think about how she must have been thinking, I could have seen what came next. Another sigh escaped my lips, as the memory of the last day of our relationship played in my head like a film, projected onto the wall. But then again, I mean, you could have gotten something better than chocolate after she gave you that ring, right?
Yes, it's true. I'm transferring out of the department.
Huh?
I apologize for dumping this on you out of nowhere, but the truth is about us.
I'm gonna go after you. She'd always been this unbreakable wall of strength, determination, and confidence. Yet when she told me that, I saw anger, sadness, regret as clear as the day, all painted on her face. It felt like this had been the hardest decision she'd ever had to make, and I hadn't noticed it until the very last moment, when it was already too late to stop it. And in the moment I just thought, please, don't do this. Lynx would think, do it, I'm gonna chase after you. But at the same time, another voice in the back of my mind told me something that had been ignored this whole time. She deserves better than me. That hits close. And now the story's over. If I had to be honest, it sucks. That'd be putting it mildly, but I don't know what else to do. I wish there was something I could do to make it right. To do something that will change everything. To go back in time and stop myself from failing to see what was right in front of me, but I can't do that. What is done is done. And I have to live with this now. Suddenly she stood up. I thought that she might want to walk away from this convo. I was a pretty bad... probably my one, but...
Know what I do? When I get frustrated and don't know what to do, I scream!
Okay, that was her scream, I guess. She cupped her hands around her mouth and inhaled.
My landlord is a jerk! See? Just like that.
That's probably an inconvenience to other people and...
I don't care, I'm sad.
She nudged my shoulder.
Sometimes you just gotta trust your instincts and let things out, you know. Bottling it all up can be healthy. I think people can live with a little inconvenience.
I know what she was trying to say, but I just didn't really feel like doing what she was doing. I thought that it would be an inconvenience to others, that it would make me stand out or look stupid, that it was just a waste of time or effort. Yeah, almost every part of my body rejected her logic. Almost.
I hate my job! My coworkers kept calling us to fix problems that they caused, and they blamed us when we weren't doing it fast enough. It's so easy, then do it yourselves!
Selena stifled a laugh. Oh, her name is Selena. Here's the problem. How do you spell this name? Selena, Selena. There are so many options. You need to tell us.
That's what you yelled about? What you yelled about that girl you were just talking about?
Also, I gave them both the same voice, didn't I? It's fine. Yeah, well, I'm not quite ready for that yet.
Alright, fair enough. I've got to say, Litterbuck was probably one of the strangest first meetings I've ever had.
Yeah, same with... Wait. Do you think my name is Litterbuck?
Well, what else am I gonna call you?
How about Blake? Blake Lawrence.
I
Hmm.
don't know. That name sounds familiar.
Huh? Maybe just one of those names people... I mean, Lawrence. So I think it's pretty common name. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? I would say it is. But I'm guessing. I mean, it's not common in Poland. Probably nobody has that surname, but... like... English language countries? I would say so. I mean, I know at least one person with the name Lawrence. Actually, I don't know them, I just know of their existence. He's a football player. Anyway, maybe just one of those names people swear they've heard somewhere before.
Yeah, maybe.
Why did it feel like she was hiding something? Maybe I was just overthinking. I felt like I was being carefully examined by the discerning eye at this point. Yeah? I'm certain we've met someone before, but I can't really... I watched as her hand slowly moved to take her ringing phone out of her pocket, knowing full well where that jingle came from, but I didn't really feel like addressing it since the look in her eyes was telling me that she had forgotten to change the ringtone.
I'll be right back.
Before waiting for my answer, she turns off to the side and walks a few steps away, talking to someone on the other end. I couldn't fully hear the entire conversation, mostly because she was speaking fluent Japanese, which an average person living here might not speak, but if I don't look it, my dad was in the military and stationed in Japan when I was in middle school. And my Japanese language skills have become quite rusty since we moved years ago, but I could still pick up some snippets of the conversation.
Yeah, I'm awake. What do you mean? That's today you're kidding. What about Kihiro, you or Ryan? What do you mean they went to convention? I would have gone. Not much left to pack. Could probably...
Suddenly her eyes drift to me and she goes silent for a bit. It's true that I haven't known her for that long, however. Somewhere in my mind, when I saw that look in her eye, I couldn't help but feel that she was cooking up some kind of plan.
Might have a backup plan. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, bye.
She looked as for she really wanted to tell me something but was unsure of.
So, this is gonna be a weird one, and I know we've just met, but could I ask for a small request?
What's the request about? Chapter 2, Request! A common saying is, life is often stranger than fiction. Today I would agree with that. A girl I just met who seems really nice and cute and funny and cute. Did I say cute twice? Anyways, this girl Selena. I don't know. Selena. I think we're gonna go with that option. Yeah, Selena. I don't know what she finds so special about me, but despite knowing me for less than 20 minutes... Actually... Okay, yes, first there was a little bit of a monologue, okay. She invited me back to her place.
Huh?
Not for anything cute, okay? No! She just wants me to help her pack and move some stuff in her house to a moving truck outside so she can then drive it to her parents' place. Dots. Okay, I know that sounds suspicious. I had the exact same look, which I imagine that any sane rational person would have at being propositioned to return to a complete stranger's home, but I swear it's real! And she's safe with me, because I'm not that kind of person. Link. That is the moving truck after all. Believe it or not, I did point out how weird it was to invite a complete stranger to your house to handle your stuff. What if I was a murderer? Or a thief? Or an alien? Seriously, who would trust someone this much so quickly? Her response was to look at me for several seconds and then smiley smirk at what I assumed was the idea of me being threatening. I know if I should feel flattered or insulted. So why didn't I say no? If I know how weird this whole situation is. Well, she can be surprisingly persuasive. If this were an RPG, she'd have dumped all her points into charisma and could convince the final boss to give up his 1000-year plan to bring about eternal darkness, instead to close down shop at a suit, get a new house and go back to school while working weekends at the local theater or...
Hey Blake, you there?
Huh. I must have been just standing in front of a truck for a while, in a trance. To the outside observer, I probably looked...
Anyone ever tell you that you space out a lot?
Maybe.
So this is my moving truck, what do you think?
It's big. Seems like it would hold a lot. It smells very much like a car. Continue off of the RPG analogy. That would have been a pretty low deception roll. Okay, I admit that I'm not a car guy. I'm a failure of a man. Hey, you are not a failure of a man because you are not a car guy. I mean, I like cars. I don't know anything about them, though. Or should I say barely anything. Anyway, oh crap. How long have I been standing here without saying anything? Quick, say something, so it seems like you were paying attention. Apples.
Huh? You think the drugs manufacturer is apples?
That look of pity in her eyes hurt my soul. Quick, change the subject. So this seems like a pretty nice neighborhood. How long have you lived here? Nailed it.
Oh, well, I moved here a few months ago from our place. It was a bit closer to my job, but guess that's not really an issue anymore.
You only moved here a few months ago.
Yeah, guess it was just time for a change.
She stretches as she said this, and I had that feeling again. Can I save the game in this, by the way? Where's the mouse? Yes, I can. Interesting. Maybe there will be choices. Like, there was something she didn't want to talk about. Perhaps I should be more suspicious considering how little I know.
You coming?
She's already locked her front door and was standing in the hallway. Yeah, sorry. Just admiring this door frame. What's this dent here?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, a pizza guy once slipped on his shoelaces and bashed his head in the frame.
Really?
No, I'm just messing with you.
I should really stop zoning out and narrating to myself.
Blake!
Coming. What I see the moment I walk in is a sparse-looking apartment with several boxes stuck together off to the side. On each box is a label telling someone the contents of the box. I can't help but wonder what her apartment looked like before she started packing. So, how much stuff do you have left to pack?
Not much.
She retrieved a cushion from the closet and put it on the ground where I imagined she wanted me to sit.
Well, here we are. This place used to be much cuter, but now it's back to its base form. Wait, right here. I'll be back in a sec.
At which point, she disappears in the other room, leaving me alone in her living room. Seemed nice. One room. Surprisingly spacious. What? I was it? Not interior design? Air? Whatever. Honestly, there wasn't much to describe. Guess I could check my phone. Freaking nothing. Absolutely nothing. The battery died. It hasn't been that long, has it? Wait, how old is this phone? Maybe it's time for an upgrade? Mine is pretty old, but it holds up. Okay, so... well, the battery is slowly, like, getting worse and worse. And wait, thank God, something to do.
Here's what we're gonna do!
So, Selena returned from what I assume was her bedroom, with an armful of, various stuff. Honestly, it's a bit difficult to describe exactly what I'm looking at, since there is just a random selection of stuff in her arms. I can see a pink towel with a cute character in it, a scarf, a beret, several stuffed animals, and assortment of pins that... She dropped it all on the floor in front of me, then went over to the corner where boxes of varying sizes were stacked up precariously like a messed up parody of... what was that one game called with the stacking blocks? You know?
Something? So we take one of these things and then put them in a box with a corresponding label like so.
She places the towel in the box smart as bathroom stuff. Alright, seems pretty straightforward.
Okay, yeah, totally trust me, with the two of us, time should just soar right by.
45 minutes later. So the pile seemed deceptively smaller than it originally looked. Yet why does it seem like the pile got bigger? Is this some uncaring god's idea of a sick joke? Am I just trying and hallucinating? I didn't get much sleep last night, or ever actually. How do I know that feeling? At least not for the past few weeks, ever since... Ah, right. With Selena's, let's call it nature, it's pretty hard to focus on the race between me and Ashley. Is that a good thing? Well, when I woke up this morning, I started out as an H on the SAT scale. But now I'm a 5, so whatever this busy work is, it at least seems therapeutic. I pick up what looks like a ribbon. A neckerchief? What is this thing? And why does it seem familiar?
Oh, hey, I know that! Can't believe I brought that with me from home.
What is it?
Turn it over!
Turning it over, I see what seems like an emblem printed on the fabric. But I don't see what that has to... Wait a minute. This emblem looks familiar. A bird flying through a crescent wood. It's unnecessarily fancy for... Oi, this is the crest of TKU Middle School.
Ding, 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 that's right.
Hey, what's this mark on the bottom here? On the tips?
I was going through my fashionista phase, so I didn't feel right wearing the same exact thing everyone else was wearing, so I colored in the tips with some dye.
The teachers didn't notice.
I'm mostly as surprised as you are.
I see. For what? Why do you have it?
I like to steal the neckerchiefs of preteen girls because I'm jealous of their youth.
Really?
Oh my god, no! I went there when I was a kid. Gee, what kind of weirdo do you think I am?
A kind of weirdo that talks to a guy for less than 20 minutes and invites him to the house.
Actually, don't answer that question. I need to preserve my image as a cool beauty with a megawatt smile.
I mean, both. It's fine for me.
But how'd you know about it?
Well, I kind of went there too. Though I wouldn't exactly call my experience a pleasant one. Not that I could remember much, but it seems that whenever I think of my time there, I feel more annoyance than joy. Of course, that might just be because everybody hates middle school. Bullshit! Middle school was the best. It's high school that sucked.
You're kidding. That's such a coin. Wait.
She paused in the middle of folding the towel and looked right at me.
Remember when I said that you seem familiar to me?
Yeah, like that was like an hour ago, right?
Yeah, so hear me out. You know the symbol, I know the symbol. What if the reason we seem so familiar to each other is because we've met before over a decade ago back in middle school?
Yeah, that would be a heck of a coincidence.
I know, right? But what if it's true?
You do speak fluent Japanese, so I overheard you later.
I do, yeah. My mother is a Japanese citizen, so I spent a lot of my childhood in Japan.
Yeah? When I was starting middle school, my dad took us with him when he was stationed in Japan.
Well, the timeline sure adds up. Oh, do you remember what class you were in?
Sorry, I was going through some stuff at the time, so I can't really remember a lot of the okay, this is like the most freaking basic information, man. Finer details. I can barely remember what my homeroom teacher's name was.
That sucks.
She seemed genuinely disappointed, but...
Oh, you know that? You know what?
Never mind, she's back.
I think I have a yearbook in here somewhere. If I can find it, then we can figure it out. We were in the same class.
Alright, could be fun.
Great, so I'm gonna check in the boxes, cause I know it's in here somewhere.
Wait, should we be unpacking stuff that we just packed? Doesn't that seem...
Sorry, can't hear you digging!
Something told me that Selena was the type of person who was not easily deterred once she once she decided on something. It's not a bad trait in and of itself. Actually, it's kinda cute. And I can't really say that I'm not curious. She did seem familiar. Maybe we were friends in the past, for it's weird that I don't remember her. Selena isn't exactly a common name in Japan. Maybe she used a nickname or a middle name, or she lied to me. Anyway, then again, it's been about a decade since middle school. People forget this all the time. I remember the names of people from my middle school. What's crazy is actually I even would say when it comes to some of the classrooms, I would even be able to probably still sit the people up in their places. Anyway, the mystery of our prior meeting aside, we should probably finish packing these boxes. I can't imagine she'll be able to rent that truck forever. Reaching the pile, I picked up what looked like an old camera. With the advent of digital cameras and phones, I don't really see those a lot anymore. Unfortunately, I didn't know enough about whether this was a professional camera used even today, or at least a few years ago, or if it's more of a vintage camera. Not that there's anything wrong with vintage gear, old stuff can still be just as good or useful as top of the line. True. Oh hey, I remember that! Oh, it's probably hair.
Oh, hey, I remember that! It's Tsukuyomi!
Tsukuyomi.
Yeah, that's the name of my camera! Well, that's not the name of it. Its model, I named it. Was really into this one show at that time where... Never mind.
She takes the old camera carefully in her hands as if it were a precious treasure that could break if handled poorly.
When I started middle school, my dad came back from one of his business trips and gave me this. According to him, he won it by freeing a genie from a bottle under the pale moonlight in a game of chance.
Really?
No, he's obviously lying. I think he just saw it in a display window for a discount and bought it for cheap. Oh, the memory stick is still in here.
She ushered me over to sit next to her to look into the image reader thingy.
See here, my brother's birthday.
Why do you have him in a headlock?
When you grew up in a house of brothers, you learn to be tough, or they snap the heads of all your dolls.
Did it really happen?
Next slide.
Wait, no, seriously, did it actually happen?
Oh, and here is the dress I made for the school play.
Oh, hey! I think I remember that one. Yeah, the teachers let the students write the story because they were sick of putting on the same performance every year and wanted something new and fresh. Yes, that's how it should be done.
Yeah, for introspect, putting a bunch of hormonal preteens in charge of writing was not the best idea. At least the dresses were good. Next slide. Oh, hey, this was from my high school graduation trip. Weird. Did I not use this camera for a while or something?
Maybe you placed different photos on different memory sticks and left this one in the camera. And that's it.
I think so. Wonder what else is on here?
I saw a flash of pink and she immediately turned the camera away. Was that...
Did you see?
Well...
Did you see?
I saw everything.
I saw nothing.
Did I see what? In this situation, it's better to just lie.
Oh, hey, I think I left something in the other room. I'll be right back.
Did I see what? What was that pink stuff? Well, alright, I'll just put the rest of this stuff away then. She paused midway through the doorframe, then quickly turns around.
Actually, could you load the packed boxes on the moving truck?
That's what she was saying, but what she actually meant was probably...
I think I might have some other embarrassing things in the pile, so can you take the boxes in the truck so I can quickly check and hide that stuff?
Sure thing.
Thanks, you've been a real help. Hang on, let me just get the key.
For I will never forget what I saw. I will take that knowledge to my grave. It's in my memory. And with that last bit of exertion, the last box was in the truck. Well, sorta. She had sequestered herself in her room, carefully going over what was left herself. I guess she didn't want me to see another example of classified. So with nothing to do, I guess I'll just sit here in the back of the truck. Pretty nice outside. Wonder if Ashley's awake now. Is she worried about me? Maybe I should call. Wait, no phone. Phone is dead. Why did I bring a charger? What's in this? What's this in my pocket? Is the drink Selena bought me for me earlier? I guess I forgot to drink it. Well, might as well. As soon as I open the can, it suddenly makes an unexpected noise, which causes me to jolt backwards, causing me to tilt one of the boxes. Operating on instinct, I managed to catch the box just before the contents fell. That was close. Or at least that's what I thought until I noticed the box was upside down and some of the objects had already spilled out. Ah crap, better clean this up. First I put the box right side up, next I start picking up the items that fell out. Books. Printed all the books were years and artistically designed covers along with the names of schools, obviously yearbooks. I shouldn't look, maybe it's an invasion of privacy. I begin to put them back in the box when I see one of the books labeled TKU Middle School. It should be pretty familiar book because I had the same one for it back at my parents' house. Same really. Except we didn't have like a proper book, I think. Anyway, yeah, we probably went to the same middle school. Come to think of it, she was curious about our school past, even tried looking for this specific yearbook. Guess a quick peek won't hurt. I dispense with the cautious approach and immediately opened up the yearbook. Now let's see where I am. Where am I? It didn't take me long to find me. Class 2B, back corner row in the class photo. Even the past I still had an introvert streak. I guess the more things change, the more things stay the same. Now let's stop wasting time. Where is Selena? Looking at the class list yielded no results. No one named Selena in the bunch and no one who looked like her. Guess she wasn't in my class then. A quick scan of the other class lists yielded no results either. Her name's Selena, right? Was I spelling it wrong? Did she maybe go by a different name? There's gotta be a hint, some way to tell her apart. Oh yeah, hey, what's this mark on the bottom here on the tips?
I was going through my fashionista phase, so I didn't feel right wearing the same exact thing everyone else was wearing, so I colored in the tips with some dye.
Marks on the tips. Went back to my class. Scan for a girl with marked tips. Nothing. Next class. There she was! Just to be sure, I looked in the other class photos of all the girls in our year. She was the only one with dyed tips. Thank God I found her, because I really didn't want to go looking through the older years or in older books. Still, heck of a coincidence that I found the exact yearbook I needed. So, that was young Selena, huh? Honestly, she looked pretty different from how she is now. I think our school had a strict dress code, where girls had to keep their hair a particular length. That's stupid. No makeup, no decorations of any sort. Always had similar rules that it was mostly to keep our hair trimmed. I hated it. Understandable. Looks like Selena had a bit of a rebellious streak. While her uniform was fine at a glance, she found subtle ways to silently rebel against the dress code. The dye-tipped neckerchief was just one part of it. When I look at this photo, I expected some memories to appear, but I guess it doesn't just work the way it does in the movies, huh? I didn't feel nothing for. When I looked at her photo, I felt sadness. Something in my memory seemed to be stirring. But what could it?
Excuse me.
Huh? Then I hastily scrambled to put it back in the box, not realizing that later that I didn't need to do that.
Hello, how's it going? I mean,
What can I do for you?
do you work for the movers?
No.
Do you know where Selena is?
She's inside doing that. Do you need some help? I can go and get her if you want.
No, what I really need is for this truck to be without. I just could pull out my car, but I can't.
Yeah, of course. Let me just pull the truck out of the driveway. I awkwardly stammered as I made my way to the front of the truck, hoping that this person wouldn't know that I've never driven a truck before. Alright, so I just need to drive the truck to let you out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Don't tell them. You've never driven a car, let alone a truck. Maybe I should get Selena. The tapping of their foot impatiently on the ground was almost like a Max drunk taunting spell. I'll show you. I'm just going to be moving the truck forward slightly. How hard can it be that be? Yeah. After hopping up to the driver's seat, I put the key in the ignition after fumbling with it. I hope he knows he needs to put the freaking foot on the clutch. Then I turn the key, expecting to hear the engine or something turn on. Instead, there's like this stalling sound, and the car refuses to start. The clutch! Crap.
So, do you know what you're doing?
Sorry, looks like there might be a little problem.
I see.
Neighbor pulls out their phone and swipes it on.
Well, I'm gonna go back inside and make some coffee. See you.
And I was alone again. Well, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with it? Honestly, I couldn't even begin to figure out what was wrong. With the truck, as I have no doubt mentioned before, I work with computers, software mostly. Those skills don't exactly translate to vehicle maintenance. Dude, just the clutch, goddamn. How do I even determine the problem?
The problem is you.
I just turn the engine. It makes this weird noise. And then just doesn't turn on. What does that even mean? Maybe the tires are flat. I quickly hop out of the car and do a quick tire check by kicking the tires to see if it feels like they're out of air. Yes, the car doesn't start because there is no air in your freaking tires. What the freak, man? How bad are you with that? Does that even make sense? No. Upon confirming-ish that the tires are fine, I moved on to the next thing. What if I didn't turn the key right? It felt wrong the moment it came out. Okay, if it's a sound issue, let's pop the hood. How do I pop the hood? Dude, just give up! I thought it would be right next to the same place where I opened up the back door hatch thing, but that didn't work. Hey, wait, do I even need to do that? Maybe that's just a back door thing. What if I just tried opening the hood myself? Honestly, this is embarrassing. I was startled by Selena's sudden presence.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
Well, I found a box set of one of my favorite series of Valentine hidden in the past, so I was coming out here to get my spare laptop charger from the truck. But then I saw you here and had to watch you were doing, and...
She looked at me with the same pity you'd show to a child playing basketball who didn't even get close to singing a shot in the hoop. I'm a software guy. I mumbled under my breath, mostly for my own ego more than anything.
What was that?
Nothing. I just casually scooted over to Selena so Selena can get into the driver's seat.
Oh yeah, that shouldn't be difficult to fix.
You know how to fix cars?
I grew up in a house with my brother, started my own baseball team, remember? In that kind of household, you learn a few things here and there. I'm gonna head in the back and get my toolbox in the meantime.
Oh, so it wasn't what? Okay. She produced a slip of paper and pressed it into my hand along with a $50 bill.
Remember that convenience store we passed on the way here? Well, I fixed the truck and help Rob so they can go to their mistress's house. Can you pick up some snacks? You can buy some stuff for yourself as well and keep the change.
Sure.
Great, thanks. Oh, one more thing. If they have Helios in stock, can you pick me up some? Actually, more than the snacks, I want a drink. They only sell them in that specific store.
Okay, that seems doable. Well, I'm off then.
Take care, come back soon. Oh, after we're done moving, if you want to stay and watch the series with me, I'd be happy to have you join me.
Oh,
good luck, bye-bye.
Better you're up. She seems like the bossy type of person, sort of reminds me of someone in a way I don't hate that for. Do I have a type? Yeah. Okay, let's end the episode. We'll get to chapter 3 tomorrow, and we'll see where this story exactly is going. I like it. I like it so far. I really enjoy it. But yeah, for now I have to end the recording. So hope to see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.